What's up, guys?
Shoot that I want.
Hope you guys having a good day. What's up? What's up? Let's just check if my stream is live. It's live on YouTube. Thank goodness. It's live on Kick. Great stuff. Let's pop out the chats and drag them onto my OBS. Very good. Very good. Let's go live chat. Very good. Just put that there. Let's go pop up chat. What are we gonna say? Do this. Okay, guys, so let's look at putting a little bit of background music. Let's do a little bit of background. Very soft, hopefully. Okay, let's get into the charts, guys. Let's look at the trading. Let's try get a chart on here. Let's go GBP. GBP worked, thank goodness. Okay. Let's get our pop-ups back there. Very good, very good. Okay. So yesterday was not a good day, guys. We missed the trades that we should have taken, and unfortunately we didn't take. We took some of the trades we should not have taken. Okay. So with that in mind, hopefully we learned a little bit of a lesson, and hopefully we learned that we need to be patient and we need to look at timing as well. Okay, so let's kind of break it down, guys. First, let's look for news. I believe there's 8:30 news. Let me look quickly. If that's the case, then we chill, guys. We do a little bit of chilling. $8:30, yeah. United States housing starts September. United States building permits. Okay, so there's news. 8:30 news. Okay, now we know that. Let's do our top down for NASDAQ. We should do the daily first. Okay, the daily. Get rid of this. Rid of that. Rid of that. Rid of this. Get rid of this. Okay. Let's get rid of this. Every other. Let's get this. I don't like to just clear the chart, guys, because I've got some training material up here that I would love you guys to see from time to time. Okay. So, okay. Look at this push down, sweeping liquidity. Okay. And then now probably coming back up to previous day high, which is in just up by the just past the fair value gap, right? So that's the so far I would say a bullish. It's bullish. Okay. We have a 4-hour fair value gap that could be inversed. If it's inversed, then we're looking at targeting this 4-hour all the way up to previous day high. Okay. Because we're still in a big 4-hour fair value gap here that it could come back up to. There's an hourly. Let's look at the hourly. Small inversion here. Okay, there is an hourly fair value gap. It did get inversed. Then it pushed. Now, looking for Asia highs. Probably going to leave a fair value gap here where it'll be retested at some point. Let's look at the 15. Okay. So they took previous day lows. If it came up and respected the previous day low and then came down, then we could continue coming down. But I think we're going to take Asia highs and then retrace back down into this area and then possibly go for previous day high. That could happen. Let's look at the 5 minutes. The 4-hour could be an inverse here. If this 4-hour candle closes above this fair value gap, then like I said, I think we're going to go up for previous day highs. It all depends on that candle. ES or SPX 500. Does it look very similar? Yes, it does. Yeah. Okay, let's go to gold, guys. Let's look at gold. So we have a major, we got a rejection down. So gold took previous day highs, came down, could possibly run previous day lows. I watched an interesting video where this guy tracked gold's history, and basically what he said, and this is not me, this is the guy in the video, he said that we're in 9 consecutive bullish weeks. Okay, so if you look at the weekly chart, which I'm not going to get into, 9 consecutive weekly bullish charts, bullish weeks, which means in history that's only happened twice apparently, and normally it's the biggest. How you know that there'll be a massive dump in gold soon is the last candle for the weekly candle is massive, bigger than all the other candles. Then you know historically that it's going to dump. So this is what we're kind of seeing a little bit here. Bit of a dump into a fair value gap, and now a 4-hour fair value gap. And now if it inverses these 2 fair value gaps on the 4-hour and creates a market structure shift, I believe we're going to start dumping. That's my opinion. Until we see that, we're still bullish. Until we see that, guys, we are still bullish. Okay, so we have an inversion here. Respect, inversion. Previous day lows could be in play. Let's look at the 15 minutes. Okay. Gold is just so hard to read these days because it's just been pumping. And now when it does stuff like this, it's like, oh, wow. How does it happen? Or how do we trade this? I think with gold, you've got to look at the smaller time frames, the 2 minute, the 3 minute, the 1 minute, because you can basically say in the 2 minute frame, for example, like here, okay, you could say there's an inversion, accumulation pushed up, da 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 da, and you know what I mean? Like you can work a little bit more easier on a smaller time frame, because from here to here is fine, you know? You're not relying on the overall trend to really dictate that type of move. Well, you are, but it's you get what I mean. If you're going to trade on the 15 or the 5 or the 30 minute or whatever like that, you need the overall trend to be in your favor. Whereas if you're trading on the 1 or the 2 minute, you can still catch these retracement moves, see how this took the highs, inverse the fair value gap, and just went down. So you could literally say, okay, cool, this is the inversion, but there's a gap there. So here's the retest, boom, okay? You can do that and say, here's a 1 to 2. You know what I mean? So the smaller time frames on gold, for example, I think, personally, in my opinion, are a better way to trade it. That's just my opinion. I think you still need to look at the higher time frames for confluence. For example, like the 5 minute, if it's bouncing off a 5 minute fair value gap, then that means something, you know? That actually means something. Oh, I should actually put on my stories. Give me a second here, guys. TikTok. Story. Okay. Now we go on to Instagram. We put it on Instagram. Okay. So in terms of targets, I think we can say that we'll probably want to try and target this. And this. Okay. So if we move down, we could bounce off this area and then come back up. We'll see how it goes. Let's look at Euro. Euro pumped up. Okay. Price shot up, took a bunch of liquidity, took previous day highs, and now we're looking at maybe taking previous day lows to come into this daily fair value gap, right? Let's look at the 4 hour to confirm it. Yeah. Okay. Looks interesting. It's entering into 4 hour fair value gaps. Let's just get rid of this. Okay, do this. I think that's a target that could potentially be hit. Let's look at the 15 minutes. A lot of candle wicks. I think we're going to have to see what happens with news in order to look at price action and see how it goes. Just a steady stream down, no crazy price action. So we consolidated during Asia, then we pumped up, and now we're coming down. Was there a trade in Asia? Consolidation. Yeah. On the 15, basically. Inversion of that fair value gap with these. Okay. So this would have been your trade if you were trading Asia session. There. You would have inversed it. Okay. And either entered straight away. Like this. Stop above, and you could either go stop above the fair value gap, or you can go stop here. If I was doing this trade on the 15 minutes, I would have maybe put it on this candle here. That would be my guess. And then you'd be 1:3 already. This possibly would have been a break-even trade because this pump down here would have told me to go to break-even or take 1-to-1, right? So either way, it's either a win or it's a break-even, because this would have then come back up. It would have stopped me out at break-even, and then it would have come all the way down. So this would have been 1 to 1.5, 1.6. So could have taken partials, could have taken the trade, but this, I would not still be in this trade to come all the way down here, unless you re-entered in the fact that it came in into this area and then started to pump down and you re-entered. Maybe different story. Okay, so that would be your Asia / London trade on the 15 minutes. Okay, obviously on the smaller time frames, maybe there was an easier setup. So that's the 15 minutes. Interesting. So yeah, I think with Euro, previous day low is going to be a target. Let's look at AUD. Let's look at the daily. Respecting off a bullish fair value gap down here. Big rejection, big rejection. So this could pump up to take this fair value gap here. Look at the 4-hour. Does it tell the similar story? Almost. It did inverse slightly. So this is liquidity up here. Triple highs, basically. So this is a strong draw in liquidity. Look at the hourly. Left the fair value gap at, what is that? Previous day low. Yeah. So that definitely could come back down to get respected. So this could come down, respect this, and then pump up for previous day highs. That's what I would say is a possibility for AUD. However, this has pushed up. It's taken London highs, it's taken Asia highs, but I do think that it's either going to respect this fair value gap that it's in now, or it's going to respect the bottom one, and then it's going to reverse back up to take Asia, previous day high. That's what I think could potentially happen here. Previous day high. I think this here is probably where price is going to go into. GBP, JPY, I'm thinking about cancelling this pair altogether. So I don't think we're going to focus too much of our energy there. How many minutes? We got an hour and 36 minutes for the 4-hour candle to close.
You gonna play some repo? Because I can download repo on my phone. Why?
Because I'm working. I'm streaming.
What's the correct one?
Huh?
Is this the correct one?
It looks right.
Because I want to play some repo. So.
Reaper.
Why?
So I don't really play Reaper anymore.
Why don't you play it?
I don't know.
Come on.
I normally play it when there's like 4 or 5 people that are online and they want to play it. I'll play it.
You can see it on it.
Nah.
No, come on.
Well, firstly, because I'm trading at the moment. Secondly, I don't want to play Reaper right now.
Just now.
No.
I'm a right down here horror games. I feel like horror games. See? Horror. I want to do a horror game.
Okay.
Horror bro.
Eh?
Horror bro. You should download horror bro. It looks scary.
News in 5 minutes. Let's see how this price action is going to reflect on the charts. So how's your trade gonna look, bruh? You must be at a trade at some point. I bet you're in one and it's still running. As long as you have break even, bro. So gold is interesting. We've now pushed up, inversed this fair value gap. Pushed up, come down, respected this fair value gap. But the problem is there's news. So typically you would look at this and go, is there liquidity sweep, or is there a fair value gap on a higher time frame? If I look on the hourly time frame, there's no fair value gap that is respecting. So we'll see. It's inversed a fair value gap. Those that are in a trade now, remember this is news coming up, so hopefully your trade will be at break even, or if you're uncertain, you pull your trade.
Hello.
How's it? I tried to get into your place earlier, but I couldn't.
You left your keys inside.
I know.
So you absolutely going to I just woke up just now.
Woke up where?
When you went to sleep?
Yeah?
I went to sleep same time.
Did you?
No.
Oh. Okay.
Died.
Mm. One minute. Let's see if Khan's trade that he's in is actually going to work or not work. Khan, if you're in a long now, then chances are price is just going to pump. That is the reality of things. And here we go. Here we go. Let's see the news. Are we going to see a massive spark? Is there going to be a spark? Boom. Nothing. Nothing, nothing, nothing. Anything on any other pairs? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. This could be an interesting one. I'm just drawing this fair value gap out of curiosity, guys. I want to see now if this could be a short down to this area. Because remember, I was targeting this area. So if we could catch a small short 1-1 or 1-2 from here to here, that'll be quite interesting. There's no 5 minute. What, bruh? It just means the volume wasn't there, bruh. Means your long has to now slowly make its way up instead of just shooting up like it would normally have done. See how there's an SMT, guys? There to there. There to there. Okay. There is a sweep in liquidity. This is an interesting moment. It's respecting a fair value gap. There is an SMT. The liquidity sweep happened on ES, which means I think I might, if I take this, it might just be, well, it can only happen in 11 minutes anyway. Okay, we got to our target here for AUD. This is a key level, guys. I'm going to get rid of the circle. Create a fair value gap and inverse it. So in 35 seconds, there'll be a fair value gap created here. And I'm going to add this into it. There. See how this gap here, I'm going to add that like that. And I'm going to wait until there's an inverse here. And you could probably do it on a smaller time frame. You would kind of need it on the 3, the 2, and there's the 1. Yeah, you would need, basically you would need it to come here. Okay. There. Stop loss there. You need it to close above all those time frames. One, 2, 3, and 5. Let's see the 15. Not really. Tapped into the hourly. So this is looking decent, guys. Why is this looking decent? Respecting off a fair value gap below. Stop loss, I would say, would be this. Okay. Risking, let's do 1%. This would need to close up here where this entry is. And it would need to do it on the 3, the 2, and the 1. So this will be an interesting setup if it happens, guys. Why is this interesting? Okay, we're bouncing off the previous day low area. Okay. And we're targeting the previous day high area. And the fib level from here to here. This is the golden pocket area, or the OTE level. And now we're looking for an inversion to go up. So if we get the inversion here on the 5, the 3, the 2, and the 1, it needs to inverse on all of them, guys. So this 1 minute must come down into this fair value gap, close up here somewhere, and then we can look at taking that. So we have 2 minutes to 20, 1 minute Okay, so I need the 3-minute inverse before the 5. Then I need the 2-minute to inverse now. Come on. Almost. Okay. So it's going to be a tricky trade, guys. It's going to be really tricky. If the 3-minute inverse is in 50 seconds, then that's one confluence. If the 5-minute inverses, that's the second one. The 2 and the 1, you can still kind of get away with a little bit. It is, you need all of them to inverse, to be fair. Like gold inverse. It is good. It's inversing on 2. Yeah. It's just in the middle of that range, and hasn't taken Asia lows yet. But we'll see. Somehow I need all these time frames on the 5, the 3, the 2, and the 1 to inverse. And if they don't, then you're looking at a respecting of the fair value gap here, and it will come down. Probably take this level. That's not a bad setup, this. If you're really bullish on your bias, we could actually look at doing something like that. But I don't know. It had the inverse that pushed up. It came down, kind of respected a fair value gap on the 5, pushed up, inversed again. So if it comes down, respects this fair value gap and starts to push up, then maybe. Okay, that candle there doesn't look too good for what we wanted to do. So it looks like shorts might be a decent position to take here. It still looks decent on the 15 because it respected this fair value gap. This is a strong draw in liquidity here, but we'll see. Let's do this. We will do that. Put an alert. See if anything happens. Okay, so this actually looks decent. So I might put a small 0.5 on this. That looks decent. We have bullish, bullish. Unless I'm missing something. The only thing is that we do not have a massive liquidity sweep, which would have made this a little bit better. If we look on the hourly, there is an inversion here, which isn't the best. I don't like this. The fact that we've inversed this. Let's look at the 4 hour. The 4 hour Respected, good, okay. Remember what I said to you guys. This is the 9th week of being bullish for gold, and it's based on that guy's Instagram video that I saw. So we're taking a chance here to see if we go up. A lot of the things in my body are telling me right now that we need to sweep this low first. So we might get cooked with this trade before we push up. Let's just look here quickly. Reset. Interesting. I would say this has a 60% chance of working. If I had to take an assessment. 60%. We are bullish. Okay. We did not sweep the lows on Asia. We swept the lows on London. There was accumulation, manipulation into London lows, inversion here. We did push up a bit, respect the fair value gap, inversed another one, came down, respected. So there's a lot of reasons why this could work. Okay. Shout out to Khan for pointing it out if it does work. Again, we could be targeting these highs here. I think for the mere fact that this here is the hourly liquidity that we target, I think that around previous day high, maybe, yeah, I'd say the previous day high area is going to be the break even. See on the 15-minute, guys, there's a accumulation, manipulation up into a fair value gap that it's respecting, sweeping a bunch of liquidity. We have a SMT at the top. So if this 15-minute closes here, or this one closes here, okay, then we could look at obviously trying to come down here, but maybe coming down here first. So this could be a short, reversal short, not an actual full-on trend directional short. Okay, we're respecting a... Okay, so this is interesting as well. That's the 5. Let's look at the 15. Let's look at the 3. The 2. Okay. So you've got accumulation, manipulation, And if you see the indicator, there's a fair value gap for the hourly, so that's into a fair value gap, and then inverse here. So this could be potentially be a short like that, I would say, above the fair value gap, and then this could be your setup. Okay, let's do a small one. The reason why this one looks semi-decent, guys, is because it respected on the hourly, this fair value gap on the hourly, okay? So it pushed up. See, there's an hourly fair value gap here. It respected that. Now, it could very well come up to this area here, which is the Asia highs. By all means, it could do that. However, I just got this feeling that this accumulation, manipulation up, left the fair value gap here. Okay. It then inversed. Now it needs to get past this fair value gap for it to have any chance. So we'll see. Maybe we get cooked. It's okay. Hopefully gold gets to a point up here where I can go to break even. Target this area at the top. Hey, we might even get a third opportunity here, guys. Like I said, we've been watching this. This is 4 minutes to close. Okay, so we have... Is that an inversion? Oof, almost. Okay, so we almost have another inversion. Let's look at the 2. The 2 has not inversed yet. The 1 has not inversed yet. So we'll keep our eyes on that, guys. Let's just get rid of that. We don't need that. Like, I'm not expecting this to come all the way down here again. But there is a possibility of this. Let me look at the fib level from here to here. There's a possibility of this coming to this level or around this level. And if that's the case, then it'll be a decent trade. Obviously, it's a bonus if it comes down to this level. So we're not really targeting down here. But if it comes down here, then so be it. We're really targeting around this area. You're still looking at these shorts, guys. They're on the 15-minute time frame. Okay, so like there's nothing on the 5, the 3, the 2. It's just accumulating sideways. Hence the reason why we need this 15 or the next 15 to inverse this, and then we can look at a small trade down. I don't expect it to come all the way to the bottom, and I would look at something like this there above the highs, okay, and then maybe target all the way down, but be happy if it gets down this area. Okay, as we draw the fibs again, once again, from there to there, this area here is an area of interest. So we'll see. Let's look at gold. Gold is slowly making its way up. This is slowly making its way down. And let's hope that it actually turns out to be a decent trade. It could get to this fair value gap here. I'm going to draw it up. It could get there and bounce off it and then shoots up. That could very well happen. So we'll see. AUD is just going a bit sideways. It's not picking a direction. Euro is just continuing down. I don't see any major areas that is bouncing off. Although it is bouncing off a 4-hour fair value gap. So that is interesting. It technically hasn't inversed the 2. Another 5 minutes. So in 5 minutes, if this respects this area, which is a fair value gap for the 2-hour, that's interesting. So there is a small 1-hour fair value gap that it's still respecting. It hasn't inversed yet. So in terms of reversing back up, this could technically be something to look at. So it sweeps liquidity, sweeps again, it inverses, market structure shift down. So if we see a break up here somewhere, then we could technically look at maybe the 2-minute is cleaner. So you could look at doing this up here. Stop loss maybe here. Okay, just below, just at that fair value gap level, and see if we come all the way up or not. Doing small trades, guys, because you never know, like this could easily just not go the way you want, and then you lose a whole 1%. Plus, like I'm waiting for 9:30 to really look at my inverse fair value gap strategy that I'm trying to perfect for NASDAQ. So these trades are like decent, but I wouldn't risk 1% on this. This, I would say, is an A setup, maybe. It's going from B plus to A, somewhere around there. This one, I would say, again, is sort of like a B plus to an A. No, I would say B plus. AUD, if it had decided a couple of candles ago to inverse this, so like if this green candle had inversed and like stopped here, and maybe the next one was here, that would be more of an A setup. But as more candles happen and form, and for longs, it lowers the rating, I would say. But this is turning out to look like it's going to go down instead of up. So we got to keep our eyes on that. This, I like the SMT that formed. Okay. So I like the SMT. I would have preferred more accumulation, to be fair. But it is a 15-minute time frame, so you can't expect 10 candles of accumulation. You can expect that on the 2 minutes, like this. Okay. This is a bunch of accumulation, but you don't normally see this on the 15. So you got it, and this, for example, this is perfect accumulation, right? So you can't expect that on a higher time frame. It doesn't really make sense. So when you look at a higher time frame for the AMD setup, 4 candles, like 1, 2, 3, 3 close candles like this, you know, that's a couple of these. So you're not going to expect massive accumulation. So I like the SMT. I like the fact that we're respecting off a fair value gap here. Okay. So we are respecting off a fair value gap that has been rejected multiple times. Let's just draw it up on both charts. Yeah, in fact, that was slightly inversed. That just almost really pushed away. But so let's say that is, yeah. So I would say if this inverse in 20 something seconds, which I don't think it is going to do, you would need both of these to inverse. So you'd have to wait another 15 minutes. Gold seems to be going in the right direction. GBP hopefully starts to move in the right direction. We'll see, guys. We'll see. We'll see. If we get wrecked in one and not the other, then that's fine. We've just made up the loss. But if we correct in both of them, even better. I kind of like this. I don't know why. Should I take a small little trade? Just because, you know, I mean, we are testing things. If this closes green, then I think I'll try it. Let's look at the 3 minutes. See, it's bounced off there. It inversed the 15, which is very key. Interesting, this. This might be a day of testing. Okay, lucky I didn't just get in. It's coming down more, which is decent. Expecting more of the 5 minutes. That's good. Bouncing off. I like the way it's bouncing off. This is interesting. It all depends on what this candle is going to do. This and the next candle on the 1 and 2. Okay, that still respected the fair value gap. Look how many times it's respected the 1 minute there. It's done the same thing with the 2. So I think if I get in now, I should do that. And stop loss there. I think that's the better play. Let's try it out, guys. Wait, hang on. This is now. It should technically wait for a green candle. Gold said, no, thank you. Is this the day that everything says bullish and gold, it doesn't become bullish and gold actually becomes bearish? Is this the day that it's going to happen? I think this is turning into a short instead of a long. But remember, guys, there's been a market structure shift, retest. This could be a retest to keep going up. It very well could be a retest to keep going up. I don't know. You don't know. We're learning together, guys. If one of these inverse and the other doesn't on the 15, I'm not touching this with a 10-meter pole. It's that simple. Okay. Gold is retesting the fair value gap. That's not a bad thing. It's retesting, as long as it does not inverse. If gold inverses this 5-minute fair value gap, then I might just cut the trade. Accept the loss and cut the trade. So it did not inverse. So now we have to wait 5 minutes to see if it does. Okay, Euro. Euro is interesting now because it's tested that. It's gone up. Let's see. Is there an inverse? No, there's not. There. I think it's relatively safe. It's respected this fair value gap, which has been respected before. So I think this could be a move up. I think I'm going to go for it. And the slippage caught us. Yeah, we should have taken it down here, guys. The slippage caught us. We literally started at a minus 80 something. Crazy times. Where's our actual... It's probably like there. That's crazy. Risk to reward is insane. This now needs to go up here. Wow, okay. So we were almost $100 behind as we entered the trade. Oh, that's funny. See how we're bouncing off a 15 minutes, we're bouncing off a 4 hour. So we'll see if this works or not. GBP, JPY, decent. Gold. We'll see if it goes up or not. It's bounced off here, so is there an SMT below? Let's just see. No, I don't see one. Gold is recovering a bit. I like that. It came down into the fair value gap area. There is a market structure shift. Pulls back into that fair value gap. So let's see a pump now. If not, then we are completely wrong about this. Euro, I don't like the way we entered. Was it Euro? Yeah, Euro. It pushed us up so far. Like we should have got in here. Somewhere around this area, but we got in up here. Even though this is the blue line, the slippage area is probably up here somewhere. But hey, if we are correct in our direction, then it doesn't matter. If we are incorrect in our direction, it still doesn't matter because we're going to lose either way. So, in the end, when you think about it, it's not that bad actually. So, as long as our stop loss is where we wanted it to be, basically, my soft stop, okay, is this fair value gap on the 5 if it inverses. Okay, so if it closes here somewhere, then I will probably cut it at like $300-400. That's the soft stop. A lot of times you're going to see me have a hard stop and a soft stop. A hard stop is that that's as far as it goes no matter what. A soft stop is that if it closes above or below a certain fair value gap that is in the stop loss area, then I will cut the trade simply because it inversed the fair value gap and it should make its way down to my hard stop. So here we have AUD again teasing us, okay? But all of this here before this price movement is putting me off a little bit. We have a potential to lose 1, 2, 3 trades that we're in. Okay? There's no clear runner. There's no clear, we don't want to now try to get into a 4th trade. However, if all of these inverse, it kind of does look good. I'm going to draw up the long just in case. Stop there. So I'm going to put this here just in case I need to just quickly push the bar button. Okay. Euro does look good. Now, I could kind of cut this trade, enter, put my stop loss here, but I don't know. I think having your stop at the bottom here is fine. We'll see. This trade needs to inverse this 5-minute fair value gap. It just has to. There's a 15-minute as well that it has to. It has to. So obviously, if we close above here, then we're going to try and run up these previous day highs. We're going to at least come to this liquidity. So it's bouncing off and delivering from a fair value gap. So we'll see. A lot of times, like I explained yesterday, guys, a lot of times what will happen is that you'll get to a key level like this. You'll push up once, but then price will come down to take the liquidity of that key level that you just pushed up from. It'll take it and sweep it, and then the actual move will happen. So we could be in line for being targeted at the bottom here, and then as it hits a stop, we go up. That could very well happen. It's happened so many times that I've lost count. So none of these trades are safe right now. None of them are like at break even. None of them are like definitely going up. You know what I mean? Like, you know when you just have that feeling. None of them have that feeling. This one needs to inverse this fair value gap first in order for me to have that feeling. This one needs to get to at least here. This is the internal liquidity that I would like to target. And then I would go to break even. Gold. Gold's pushing up now. It is delivering from a fair value gap here. But I would need it to get to the previous day high area in order for me to go to break even and be comfortable enough to just forget about the trade. These ones are looking decent. But again, both of these on the 15 minutes from now, have to inverse together. If one does not inverse, I will not take that trade. Only problem is that 15 minutes from now is market open. So when this candle closes, market is open. So you don't typically want to take a trade at market open. Plus, I'll probably switch to the 1 or 2 minute time frame on NASDAQ and ES at market open. As this one would be what is this? Kill zone. Indicators. Damn it. Oh, I've got to do the settings. Do I really want to right now? Eh. Limitless concepts. This is too much accumulation before this push up. Do I readjust here? I'm just going to leave it. Okay, gold, market structure shift, comes down, inverts again, a small fair value gap. So on paper, gold looks decent, but it has been going up for a very long time, and we did not take Asia lows, so it's not the most interesting faith-driven trade, I would say, I've ever taken, but we'll see. Accumulation, manipulation. Interesting. Everything's bullish. I mean bearish, sorry. Just so you guys know, I was thinking about cutting the trade at break even, moving the stop up to just below this fair value gap. So that would have been a better trade. But safer trade is down here. Okay, we're getting to the inverse now on the 5. So 3 minutes and 50 seconds. We have an inverse on the 3 minutes. We have almost an inverse on the 2 minutes. We have an inverse on the 1, I would say. Almost. So this trade is almost looking decent to take. Problem is that this has now gone up, down, up, down, up, down before it's made its decision. So I don't think I no longer want to take this. It's delivering from a higher time frame fair value gap. So on paper, this looks decent. It's just so hard to do. Okay, so gold seems to be going in the right direction. Euro seems to be going in the right direction. AUD, hopefully we can catch something with AUD, but again, guys, a lot of price action is not there. If the second or third candle here would have inversed, then we could have taken this and been more confident. But the fact that it's gone up, down, up, down, up, down between these two fair value gaps does not fill me with confidence. GBP JPY seems to be working. So we have 3 trades that seem to be going in the right direction. Hopefully. And until we go to break even, we are not safe in any of them, guys. When this inverts this fair value gap, I will go to break even. When euro pushes up to this line, I will go to break even. Gold needs to come to previous day high, then I'll go to break even. So until that happens, these are all risky trades. It looks like we're just respecting this fair value gap, and we're probably going to push up to the Asia highs. But we are quite close. We're close to 930, guys. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through why I took certain trades here, guys. And why this is a bit of a risky trade itself, because of look at the price action before I entered. Okay, we came down. There was a higher time frame. What was it? Hourly, I think it was. 4 hourly. Okay, the 4 hourly time frame. Right. We're respecting halfway of the 4 hour. So if we look at the 5 minutes, it did not take the Asia lows, which is one of the big parts of this trade I don't like. It came up, inversed the first fair value gap, pushed up, came down, respected this bullish fair value gap, created another fair value gap, came down into the fair value gap slightly, and started to push up, and that's when I got in. Now it respected that fair value gap properly over here. It's now pushed up, inversed another tiny fair value gap. So the signs are there that this could work, right? The only issue is, like I said, we haven't taken Asia lows. That's a big thing, guys. And gold has been going up for so long that this could be the day where it just starts going down and dumping. So we'll see. Euro was a little bit cleaner, guys. We have a 15 minutes. Is this an hourly or a 15? I can't remember. Is it an hourly? Okay, it's a 15-minute fair value gap, this gray box. However, we're delivering from an hourly fair value gap as well, right, as you can see. And no, sorry, that's a 4-hour fair value gap. Sorry, my bad. But you can see the hourly candle came into it and then bounced up again. And then what happened was, did we take it on the 2 minutes or the 3 minutes? Why did we, was it the 3 minutes? It wasn't the 1 minute, no. Was it the 2 minutes? I think we took it on the 3 minutes because we saw this candle come down into the fair value gap, come up, and I'm pretty sure we took it on the 3 minutes. But it could have also been the 5 minutes. I don't know. I think it's the 5 minutes actually, because we have a 5-minute fair value gap that came down and got tested, and as it started to pump up, I decided to get in. But the slippage, was it this one? Yeah, Slippage pushed us up. So we should have, down here, we should have got put in the trade. But hey, it's okay. GBP JPY, we entered this because of the fact that we respected a 1 hour fair value gap over here, right? This is the 1 hour fair value gap. We accumulated on the 5. We manipulated up into that hourly fair value gap area, came down, inversed this, and now we pushing our way down and hopefully past this fair value gap. Because if we respect it and go up, then I will lose this specific trade. Well, let's see how these play out, guys. Let's see how they play out. I really did like the short here, or the retracement short to this area. Hopefully I could have caught a 1-to-1 or a 1-to-2 because of the SMT, guys. Respecting a higher time frame fair value gap and the SMT. Really did those two things, but a 15-minute inverse would have been a very good combo. Market is open, guys. Volume's coming in now. Let's see if the volume goes in our way or not in our way. So Euro is not going in our way. GBP JPY, hopefully it'll go down. Let's see. Gold. I have a feeling gold's just gonna tank. That's just me. I like the way this is moving, and hopefully it continues like that. Okay, so we could look at shorts potentially happening soon, guys. $15 is, it's gonna be so long. See this accumulation? Hopefully we get a pump up here, creating a fair value gap, and we just inverse that. Because all this accumulation needs to be ran at the top, and then it just dumps. Lucky we didn't take AUD. Let's see about Euro. Gold is going to wreck us, but it's okay. I told you guys, at some point gold is just going to dump, because you can't go up so far and for so long. So no matter how good your entry is going to be, no matter how much you've done your technicals, gold is going to bend you over and just wreck you. Okay, euro, gold. Gold will wreck us. I got a feeling gold. I even said when it was at break even, I said, gold, I think I have a feeling is going to wreck us. I'm thinking about closing euro. I don't like the position right now. Okay, in 22 seconds, if this inverses, which it looks like it might, I will close this trade for a loss. 10 more seconds. Oh, I should have cut it. I was sleeping. See how this is going to come down and run this area? So, close position, yes. Did it even allow us to do it in time? I don't know. History. Yeah. Okay, so we got wrecked. I told you guys, I said, gold can't keep going up the way it's been going up for so long. And there's going to be times where you believe that gold is going to go up because it's just the trend and the trend is your friend. But until we realize that gold can't just keep going up, and we're taking trades based on that. This was not a good trade. This was like a B plus trade because I expressed concern the whole time that this area had not been hit. This liquidity had not been swept. So this is exactly what gold's just done. It's swept now, swept the liquidity. And if it basically leaves this fair value gap and comes up and inverses it, that could be a potential long. But now we've just got wrecked from gold for thinking that it is long. Now, do we really want to get into another long on gold? Not really, to be fair. Is euro going to wreck us as well? Is every trade that we get in today going to wreck us? Let's see. Could you have predicted gold to go down? No. Amazing. We're in the green for all three trades. And then now we're in the red for all three trades. Funny how that works. One thing of reality, guys, you guys need to know is that you could have an entire 2 weeks of green, 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 day after day after day, winning trades, winning trades, winning trades, winning trades, and then have a couple days in a row that you just get wrecked. You just get absolutely wrecked. That has happened to me so many times, guys. I can't even tell you how many times that's happened to me. I've lost count. Do we have a push up? Took liquidity. And let's see. Was there an inverse to take? Was I not paying attention? Let's see. Normally that's the case. There was one on the ES. See, I was not paying attention yet again. So small inverse there. We're on a roll today with losing trades, so let's go for another one, guys. Stop loss above. Okay, let's see. I actually need to push this slightly above. Accumulation, manipulation up, inverse, retest. Both inverse on both pairs. Let's see. Let's see. Gold, we got wrecked. Euro might cut the trade. If it here, we're making money here. Okay, so we might get two decent trades, GPP and NAS. We could have taken NAS and ES at the same time. Technically, we could have. We are going into a 4-hour hourly fair value gap, sorry. But we're delivering from a 4-hour, so let's see if this reverses on us or not. This has closed below, so I'm going break even. Confirm. So we are now risk free for this trade. Why is it not confirming? There. Confirm. There. Okay, so whatever happens with this, it's a risk free, right? So at least that's one part of good news. Euro, I'm thinking about cutting Euro, guys. I don't have the confidence I had before, but we are slightly in profit. I just don't have the confidence, guys. All of this is the big SMT at the top. Let's just look at the higher time frames there and there. Okay, there to there. There to there. There's still a SMT. So we have a big SMT, guys. This is accumulation. It's now inversed. This is a 1 minute trade, guys. So we're really hoping for this to start dumping now. It could reverse and wreck us. I am hoping that all of this accumulation with this manipulation up, sweeping all of this and inversing this 1 minute and pumping down a bit does kind of allow it and give it room to really pump down. So let's see. I knew I should have cut this trade. I keep talking about cutting this trade, but I just don't do it for some reason. Something's keeping me in this trade for some reason. Don't know why. We got wrecked there. I just don't have the faith in gold anymore. I have the faith that it's just swept the liquidity, which is exactly where. Did I just lose? Ah! Of course, guys. So this ended up being part of the accumulation, this area. And this was the manipulation down. I see. We were on the wrong side, guys. We just took an L there. We just took an L. We took an L there, guys. So, yeah. Is there only one decent trade that's happening today? We were completely wrong with Nasdaq. We thought this was the manipulation leg. Turns out this was still part of the accumulation area. Interesting. Turns out this was the manipulation leg. And there was the inverse. And now we are pumping. Even though everything says bearish. This 1 hour fair value gap really screwed us. Interesting. Very interesting. So for those that do the inverse fair value gap strategy. You delivered from a 1 minute here to the left. This ended up being the manipulation leg, which you didn't care about because you don't really look at that. You swept liquidity, respected a fair value gap, inversed the 1 minute, and then just shot up. So those that took this trade, that's the crappy part of doing multiple strategies, is that you only see one at a time. You can't really see all of them at once. Euro, I kind of just want to leave Euro alone just to see what the hell it does. Because I just don't care about it anymore. GBP, of course it would come up and stop us at break even. That would make sense, right? Nasdaq, if you did the opposite strategy, you would have done well here. Dude, if you're not looking at my live, then what do you mean? If you can see the live, then you'll see the trades. Eyeball. So this would have been your trade for Nasdaq. All you had to do was be patient. And I know a lot of the influencers that I watch would have taken this trade. 100% they would have taken it. You swept liquidity, you respected a 1 minute fair value gap, and it just inversed. ES did the same. Gold, I don't know about gold. I don't have the same faith in gold I had earlier. Euro, I think, could just potentially go up. I don't know. I'm trying a bunch of trades out at small risk, not 1%. So, yeah. On paper, this would work, but all of this accumulation before. Dude, I'm talking about my trades for the last half an hour. I'm not going to just try and talk about them again for another half an hour, trying to explain to you what trades I'm in, why I got into them. Aibo. Must watch the live if you want to know, bruh. No, I've got into quite a few trades. So if I go and break down every single trade, I'll spend 5 minutes on a voice note trying to explain the trades to you. Aibo. So if this closes below, then I'll cut the euro trade. I just want one of them to work. Just one of them. Can we get one out of the many we've taken today just to work? It's crazy how that happens. I will spend 2 weeks with you guys, like I've just done, and give you green day after green day after green day after green day, winning trade after winning trade after winning trade, one trade here and there being losers, and then I'll spend a day like this where literally every single trade I take will be a losing trade. So the SMT made me think that this was going to actually be a short. That's why in the strategy that I explained to you guys, the SMT is not the most important thing. It's one of the things. Okay, so this was the actual NASDAQ trade for the day. It happened literally 15 minutes after market open. So like an idiot, I took the short up here. Okay, that inverse the first push up. And thinking that because it swept this liquidity here, that it was the manipulation leg. But it fooled me as well because this turned out to be the manipulation leg because it pushed down, sweeping all the bottom liquidity, respecting this 1 minute, and then just came up and inversed, and that should have been the trade right there. And this is why I am paper trading at the moment, because doing this teaches me that next time I wait for the actual market structure shift or something to that effect when it comes to this. This also just didn't look clean. Didn't really look clean, but I took it anyway. So how much are we down? We are down account history for today. Almost $1,000. Okay. Oh, that's what I've been saying. So it had to be the time where I started to put longs in. It had to. I think people need to employ me and say when they want a trend to stop being a trend, then I decide to continue the trend and then it'll reverse. I think that's my new career. I'm expecting this one to stop me out at break even at this point because today is just that day. It's going into that day, guys. So this is now inversed. So it's once again This is another losing trade. So today is a heavily red day. So I am not expecting GBP JPY to come up or come down, I should say. So I've just lost euro. Okay. And I'm about to get stopped out with GBP JPY. So yeah, that's great. We missed out the trade that would have covered all the losses, and that would have been an amazing 1 to 3. Okay. For the third day in a row, we've missed this trade. Okay. Literally, if you look at all the lives that I've done for NASDAQ, we have missed this trade 3 days in a row. This trade, 3 days in a row. Okay. Let me say that one more time. 3 days in a row, we have missed the trade of the day for NASDAQ. We have taken trades, won a few, lost a few, and looked, and seconds later, we've missed the trade 3 days in a row. I don't know how somebody, is that a record? Is that somebody, like, I don't know who else has that ability. Who else has that ability? I don't know. Because I've got that ability. So we have, and thank goodness the other day we won $5,000. Thank goodness. Because we are now getting slaughtered, guys. And the sad part is that not one of the trades I took today was A+. Not a single trade today was A+. At all. And that's a lesson to be learned. That is a big lesson. That's a huge lesson, guys. What's this? What?
Strawberry. That?
And maybe some. Maybe.
100%, bruh. Must know. My motivational speaking process will be when I'm on stage, I'll be like, just follow me, and whatever I do and say, do the opposite. It's the opposite strategy. I'm telling you, bruh. Today's bad day. Getting slaughtered. And missed NASDAQ for the third day in a row. The trade. The actual trade. But it's nice because, as I said, none of the trades today were A+. So none of them should have been taken. So thank God I'm not trading on a live account right now, because I would be pissed. And that's why I'm doing this demo account trading, because the more I can refine the trading, the more I can get the last 2 weeks have been great.
Yeah.
Green day, profit. Profitable week the week before. Profitable week. Technically, this week is still a profitable week. And then you get days like today where nothing ever seems to work.
You just don't trade that way.
Yeah, but like I say to the whoever's watching, probably nobody. What I was again, that just makes it even better. Cherry on the top. But what I was saying to everyone, whoever was watching, is that the good thing is that no setup was A plus, which means when I do start trading on my live accounts, I will not take a setup that is not A plus. Full stop. I don't care if there's potential.
Yeah. It's good.
I am basically taking these setups here now because I have a demo account that I'm trading with. That's it. That's literally plain and simple. That's it.
Good.
So I took a short on NASDAQ, okay, and thinking that it was the manipulation leg, but it ended up being part of the accumulation leg and not the manipulation. So I was wrong there. And as the started to move down, it created the manipulation leg and then pumped up. So that was a wrong read. I'm in a break even now, which I'm fully expecting to go to, like, to hit me out this trade at break even. So we'll see. And then Euro just wrecked me. And I said like literally 10 times, I think I should just exit Euro. I think I should just get out of Euro when it was at break even, right? And I said, I don't even know why I'm still in this Euro trade. I kept saying it out loud. And I'm like, if it goes to break even, I'm going to get out. And then eventually I was like, nah, I don't give a fuck. I'm just going to let it ride. Like, who cares? So Euro was completely avoidable. Gold just melted. And even before the session, before I start put any trades in, I said, gold, to me, needs to take the previous day, Asia lows. I took the trade knowing that it did not take Asia lows. It just took it and then came up. Right? So in my head, I knew that it was going to come in and take Asian lows. But in my head, I'm like, there's a possibility because of the way it's forming that it doesn't need to take Asia lows. But meanwhile, in my head, I know that it needs to take Asia lows. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like, in my head, I know what it needs to do, but my actions are doing the opposite for some reason. Hoping. It's kind of like when you go to a casino.
Yes.
Your odds are, let's say, you know that you need to do this, but then you go to a casino and it's like you just start doing stupid, dumb shit.
Yes.
That's what's happening today. So today is the best day for the opposite strategy. Oh, I'm actually excited. Let me draw up the opposite strategy. Because if you entered here and put your stop loss above there, you would have won on gold. That would have been the opposite strategy. NASDAQ, I entered here. So you would have entered the long here, which means you would have won the opposite strategy. GBP, JPY, I entered there, so you are going to enter here. So let's say you entered here with me. I've just been taken out. There. Okay. So this is the day of opposite strategies. That's 3 trades that if you traded the opposite strategy that I've coined, I have developed, I have patented, patented, whatever you want to call it. Okay, I've patented patent
Yes.
patent it. Jeez, I couldn't even say that word. That's 1, 2, 3 trades so far, and euro. Oh, euro as well. Hang on a second. That's 4 trades. So if you entered there, let's say you entered here because you would have just been more realistic. There, stop loss up here, right? Same as me. There, targeting there, which is exactly where I said it should go. Dude, I've just drawn up on the charts, and if people had done the opposite strategy today, you would have basically won 1, 2, 3, and you'd be in the process of winning 4. You'd have 4 winning trades, bro, on the opposite strategy. I'm telling you, bro, I need to go mainstream with the strategy.
Bad. Okay, I got stuff to do. See you later.
Let's put the ghost there.
Enjoy. See you later. Have fun. What am I gonna do after that? Enjoy drinks. Both of them.
I'm telling you, I could make so much money doing the opposite strategy for you guys. Today was great. Three losers and 1 break even. I mean, to be fair, the break even did get to almost $500 before it got to break even. but why would it allow us to get 500? Why? When today is such a good day. It's such a good day for you guys that are trading the opposite strategy. You guys would have passed the cards today if you had traded the opposite strategy. Oh, we had some fun today, guys. We had some fun today. For those that are just joining, we had a lot of fun today. We did the opposite strategy today, guys. So if I entered here, you entered here. If I entered here, you entered here. And look at the money you guys would have made. I entered here, you entered here. Look at the cash. Okay, this one maybe might not play out for you. I don't know. But it stopped me out at break even, which means technically you guys should really do well with this one. Seriously, guys, the opposite strategy is the way to go. Well, if they did, bro, they would make a lot of money. Second, we closed above this fair value gap here, guys. This S&T is no longer valid, obviously. Came down, respected. Let's see, a 2-minute respected, inverse. Okay, we're respecting a 4-hour fair value gap. And let's look at the hourly. Nothing really. This is just sideways. Can't do anything there. And you know the thing is, guys, is that all jokes aside, I only like to take setups when they've taken previous day lows, previous day highs, or they sweeping London and Asia at the same time like this, for example. Not when it's almost taken an Asia low like this with a strong draw of liquidity. It did not come down and sweep that. It came up, looked like it was going to reverse up. This is something I don't ever want to touch with my live account, okay? Because if it had come down and swept this, then maybe, right? But also bear in mind, okay, that previous day low is still a target that could be hit. So if we know that, it's just there was too many reasons why this trade didn't work. Like this, for example, okay? Previous day highs here. Here somewhere is a trade to short. Great, right? And when the price gets over here, if we start the session and price is here, and it shoots down, taking previous day low, and then inverses on the previous day low, that to me is A plus, especially if there's a liquidity sweep within a fair value gap on a higher time frame. Then we can look at taking that type of setup, right? But in the middle of the range, this is no A plus setup's going to form in the middle of the range. Like, it's just not going to happen, right? It could happen, but it's going to be very unlikely. Not a single person chatting in my chat today, besides Card making one comment. That's crazy. I used to have 10 people, 5 people on a regular basis. Couple people here and there. Not a single chat. Interesting. I mean, I'm only doing this for my own accountability. I want to be accountable for my actions when it comes to trading. And I feel that this is the way to do it. So actually, I don't care if nobody's online and nobody watches. As long as I think that somebody's watching or some people are watching and that they're going to judge me if I take a stupid trade, which will stop me from taking stupid trades. Does that make sense? Well, I think, guys, this is as far as it's going to go for me today. I lost a bunch of trades. Got stopped at break even. I mean, look at this. 1, 2, 3, break even. So it's about 1,500, somewhere around there. As I said, we're still profitable. But, and the week is still profitable. But, today and yesterday, and it's really grinding my bones a little bit that we keep losing. I mean, we keep not seeing the NASDAQ trade of the day. We keep either taking the trade too early or we just miss it because we're looking at another chart. That is starting to irritate me a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. So I think going forward, and this is just me trying things out, I think going forward, gold, euro, AUD, and I don't know about GBP, JPY, will be from 8:30 to 9:30. And euro, I mean NASDAQ and ES will be from 9:30 onwards. Unless I really wanted to bloom, like if nothing is happening on this chart and I go and I look on euro and I go there AUD and you know, like, but my focus is going to be NASDAQ, I think. Thank you for the follow, I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Right at the end of my stream, thank you so much, I appreciate it. So guys, I'm going to call it there because if you've, in the opposite trading strategy, if you have adopted that and if you have been implementing it today, you would have made a ton of money today, okay? You would have won 3, possibly 4 trades. So then, well done. Like, you would have caught this trade. Like, you guys would have done well today. The opposite strategy, guys. So, congratulations on that. Even if I'm talking to myself, I don't care. Have a good one, guys. I'll see you in the next stream.